Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Nicholas Sarsa, Nolan Carruthers here at AMF Bellevue Lanes in Inglewood, Colorado. We're here for our top 5 stair-step finals with our winner today winning $1,867. Our first match today is a familiar face. You know him as Roadkill, Steve Roskelley Jr. out of Parker. He's our 5th-seeded player. He's going to come up against a newcomer, Brett Develin out of Strasburg, Colorado, just north of Denver. Even though he lost a roll-off for 3rd, he is our 4th-seeded player, and he chose to have Steve Roskelley lead the match. So, gentlemen, go ahead and shake hands, and we'll begin match number 1. Early yet, but we got basically 2 newbies and 3 guys that have been here for a real long time. So it's going to be interesting to see how this unfolds. We're bowling on the new Johnny Petraglia, PBA pattern, 36 feet. Of course, the shot was up the ditch. The only thing that I saw this weekend, Nolan, I mean, the guys that knew how to play it played it well, but the sneaky part was carry. Carry was unbelievable.
And there was a lot of that right there.
Yes, because if you tweak it inside, you got nothing.
Nope. It does not set.
No. And if you're trying to play 1 and you hit 3, the ball hits that stream and goes long, and you leave a 2-8-10 or wash out or something, or you hit the pocket and you don't carry. Steve's going to try to convert it. Oh, good effort. Okay. So he's 9 open in the first frame, and now our first look at Brett Develin. Brett joined with his dad, Ed. Ed lives in Idaho Springs. Actually, he lives halfway up Mount Evans, and Brett lives in Strasburg. But his dad is almost a regular, and Brett, when he can get away from the kids and they're not doing their thing, he finds time to bowl. Good guy. Throws a pretty nice ball. Ooh, that could have carried. Good shot. Leaves a 4-pin. And he bowls at the Winkleplex Bowling Center, the real small bowling center. I can't think of it anymore.
Where is it at?
In Strasburg.
Oh.
The Winkleplex family has had that for quite a while. In fact, the boys and the dad bowled with me some time ago. But great family. I think Mama runs the show in the bowling center.
How many lanes? 8?
I can't remember, to be honest with you.
Hold on. I got to get there.
You got it right into the oil. All right, so both bowlers are 9 out. But again, Brett's got a 27-pin advantage over Steve in match number 1. And then our 3rd-seeded player who won the roll-off, Jason Poole. And then we have newcomer top 5. No, I take that back. The very first tournament this gentleman bowled, he finished 2nd or 3rd, and then he hadn't cashed since. But now he's back in the top 5 after trying to make it 3 times here this weekend. Now it's Mark Fritzell out of Broomfield. There you go. I'll take it. So Mark Fritzell will be 2nd, and then, of course, Gideon Spar out of Lakewood, our tournament leader. And I had a hard time when Gideon asked me the question. He said, how many left-handers bowled this weekend?
1.
Him, right? I cannot remember anybody else.
It's the only one I saw.
Amazing.
I didn't see another one.
Because this shot caters to
there's none in this
players. No, obviously not.
I mean, even in the semifinalists, there's none.
And, you know, I thought about it, and I don't think there was anybody else.
I don't remember. I was here yesterday. I didn't see any.
Oh.
And that could be a huge advantage on this.
Yeah, I think so. He's all by himself.
He's by himself.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yep. All right, so he throws a brick at the 10-pin. So he gets his first mark. And, of course, Steve, as you know, is his father-in-law or stepfather, Chuck Bazemore. We call him the Pope lovingly, battling cancer. Seems like our latest update is that he's doing good. They're getting ready to put him in physical therapy, and it's possible he could be out of there in a week or so. So let's hope for the best for Chuck. We're gonna go visit him in the near future here. National Director Myron Mitchell was supposed to come in this weekend just to go see him with me, of course, and unfortunately business problems in Salt Lake prevented him from getting here. But we're going to try to get hooked up real quick and go see Chuck lift his spirits.
If he could stay away from the ammonia, it would help.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing. It's not the cancer right now. It's because, the chemotherapy, it knocks your immune system to crap. And of course, when you're low like that, your white count's low, you can get pneumonia or
And he's
whatever. And he's been battling that. Plus, he had mold in his lungs, which is wild. So, but he's a battler.
got
Finish. Ah. All right, doesn't quite get there, but leaves a 1-2-8. So, Chuck, if you're watching, if the kids are taping this or whatever, thinking about you all the time, buddy. Now, I think that your new goal is to get to Vegas for Super Bowl.
There it is.
For the Winter Nationals. And you don't have to participate. All you have to do is show up and give everybody else garbage.
Bless my equipment like you do.
Yeah, like you do. Yeah, exactly.
That's going to work.
Is that going to hold? Yep, sure does. All right. So Brett goes open, strike, spare.
28-pin match.
Yep.
Go ahead,
7
Nick.
frames to go.
Make your pick.
Oh, you're killing me.
You can have it first pick.
I can have it first. Well, since he's the only one on that side, I'm going to live or die with Gideon Spring.
All right.
I mean, it could be good and it can be bad. If he gets a little bit of push, middle of the game where it starts a transition, and he doesn't, whoa, and he doesn't pick up on it right away, he's going to be in trouble. But
Well, he's been solid all weekend.
he really has.
I mean, he's
he really has. Well, Steven the same way.
Yeah.
Steve was our tournament leader, 168 over in qualifying. The thing that amazes me is none of the master players broke the clean putt.
I don't think it went past 7 frames, did it?
It went 15.
15?
And that was early, the first squad this morning. And that was Jerry Smith, who's done it before. Wow.
9 pin.
Pin dances across but does not take out the 9.
Well, I'm going to pick Jason Poole.
Okay.
Jason Poole was pouting at me for weeks, literally.
Why? Because he
didn't get an invitation to our wedding.
Oh, Lord.
Nobody did.
Come on. It was
Nobody
family. I
did.
know,
It was family.
Right.
So I saw my pick to click, Jason Poole. It's Jason Poole for anybody out there that wants to know who I'm talking about being a pouter. It's Jason Poole. So I finally cleared the air with him, but there were no invitations.
Yeah.
There were some bowlers from Denver that went on their own.
Yeah.
They just wanted to go.
Right.
And we told everybody, you want to come along? Come along. Of course. Nice shot. Oh, man.
Unbelievable. Good shot after good shot, but he can't knock 10 out of the pit.
And I did stand up for Jason when he got
Yes.
married at Sam's.
Right.
And roasted him.
Of course, well, you have to. It's only fair, you know.
So that's my pick to click.
Okay.
And he's not too bad a bowler. He can get hot.
And
Ooh, boy, he's cutting those close.
all right, we didn't, the producer tried to throw his pick to click in right, while the roll-off's going on. We won't let you do that.
No, you can't do that.
So now
now you can pick
you
what's
have
left.
you have what's left.
You're like a buzzard. You
Yeah.
get what's left.
That's right. Buzzard. That's what we got to start calling him.
You
Scott the Buzzard.
That was my first click.
no.
That was my second.
Okay.
Well,
You're going to have to get your
Yeah.
second.
So go ahead, buzzard. Make your pick.
So Scott the Buzzard Sledgeser has picked Mark Fritzell out of
There you go.
Now Mark's a two-hander. And the wild thing about two-handers is normally patterns like this, Nolan, they have a very, very difficult time because very
Especially
few
with
of them
spares.
can go right up the boards.
Right. Yeah.
But
And
Mark
he can.
did very well. Yeah, I was very impressed. Because to me, that's got to be the toughest for those guys. I mean, wheeling the ball inside, yeah, they got the advantage. But up and in can be difficult. So I was pretty impressed that he did as well as he did. It took him 3 times to qualify, but he did it this morning. And his cousin, Nick, I think, tried 4 times.
18-pin match now.
Let's see. Oh, pulled
Brooklyn.
It. Yeah, he pulled it.
No, touch it.
It's amazing how, even though in the back of their minds the bowlers know where they have to play, the bowlers that aren't really used to playing the twig, when they get a little scared, no, I don't want to say scared, get
They
a little
pull,
flustered,
steer the ball.
they'll try to steer the ball,
Yeah.
they'll try to guide it, and that's unfortunately where Brett's at right now. But he's had a great weekend.
And he's still leading this
Hold.
match.
Oh, yeah. Well, Brett shoots 301 with handicap in the fourth game of qualifying, so he makes $500 for that. Finished second in the handicap sweeper for 130. He's in the top 5. Worst he can do today is 296.
There's 930.
Yeah. Shake that off. All right, we finally got a one-bagger out of Roadkill here. So 86 in the 5th.
He's down 7.
Wow. Yeah,
He's right there.
and he'll take the lead with a double.
Right.
And Steven's throwing the ball good. He just hadn't got any breaks. I think the worst shot he threw was the first frame. That was it. Pretty much 10-pin, 7-pin, 9-pin. Hasn't left an 8 yet. So he can complete the whole back row. Sweet shot. All right, so there's your double. And now we got a match. 3 pins separates our first 2 opponents here.
Brett has his hands full now.
Oh yeah. Well, let's see what he's made of. Let's suck it up and let's go get it.
He's down 3.
Yeah.
The 27 is gone on a double. I like this.
That's it.
It's just no,
Well, that could have been
didn't-
worse. Yeah.
Didn't break.
Yeah.
Just went straight through.
Yeah. He's gotten deeper
Right.
and deeper. He's basically just throwing darts now. But again, you're looking at a 163 average tournament player, probably 180 league player.
Well, good for him.
Absolutely. No, he's doing well. He's having a good weekend. Glad to see it.
That's going to
That
work.
looks pretty good. That time he was more relaxed, didn't force the ball, threw the ball very nice off his hand. He's got a good release. All you got to do is tweak it. You know, we have to hone him, rough around the edges. But we'll
Well,
get there.
he'll watch
Oh, yeah.
people and he'll
Absolutely.
listen
Yes.
to this and that.
And you know, a lot of times he'll you know, I tell people you get better bowling with better bowlers,
That's
but
right.
part of that is you pick up all the little nuances. You see the subtle lane moves. You hear him talking, and all of a sudden, you remember that stuff. Oh, look at this! Kicks hitting a big 4. There we go. That'll work. But you know, so they'll pick up stuff that they don't even realize they're doing, which is pretty neat. And the other thing that I love about this club is the better players will go out of their way to help the lower average players get better, which I absolutely love. You know, they'll talk about, hey, you need to change equipment. Why? They explain to them why. You know, on this, now it's going to push a little bit. So you might want to go to something with just a little bit more surface. Okay. When you go out fresh, you know, like Felix last night, Felix Garcia, IQ Pearl, that gold ball, took it up 1, and he had the world. Now today, he had some push, so he had to go to.
I talked to Felix.
Yeah, so he had to go to something a little bit more stronger, but he still bowled well.
Right.
And that's what I like about the club. They're always trying to help each other. Of course, you and I are beyond help, but that's another story.
Well, that helped getting that
A little
sleeper
bit, yeah.
on there.
That now becomes a makeable split conversion.
Well, you might be beyond help.
I am. Well, I'll be the first. to
I'm
admit
not
it.
beyond help.
Well,
I'm not beyond it.
well.
8 split. He is up 11.
Okay. Yeah, and
This,
he's got to convert this to keep it. And
and
look
he
at this.
might.
Yes.
Nice shot.
Great shot.
That was big.
That's huge. Great ball.
That was really big.
Okay, Steve Roskelley, 164 in the 8th with a split conversion in the 9th. But now, Brett Develin,
Brett is in control if he can
absolutely.
shut him out.
Yes. Make it a game. Throws this one. Now it's going to get all kinds of fun.
I like how he rolled. It's not going to
Yeah,
get there.
no, it's not going to get there.
Big spare right here. Spares here. He's down 11. Both on a spare in the ninth.
Yep.
If he covers it, Steve would just need to mark.
Yep.
Force him to punch.
What's he down? 38 with a spare conversion?
It's down 11 if he
11.
converts this. And he did.
Hold. Oh, boy. All right. So Brett Develin marks in the ninth.
He has to strike here.
11 pin difference.
Mhm.
Yeah, Steven just needs count and whatever, but Brett has to. He realistically
double.
has to double.
Yeah.
Or Steven open, and I would think he's going to need to double. Okay, 10th frame for Brett Devlin. Will it finish? Looks good. Get a mixer. He can't get the 7th. It's amazing how horrible the carry is on this pattern. It's just mind-blowing. All right, 145 in the ninth, needs to convert to spare.
He can force him to mark. If he spares and strikes, he
Yeah,
would
you can go
force Steve to
165 and
mark.
43, go 208. He would force him to mark.
There's the first part.
Good shot. Very good. Okay.
He has to strike here to force him to mark.
Okay.
In fact, if he strikes here and Steve goes 9 out, you'd have a tie.
Oh, and we've had so much fun with those already.
And well, look who it would be.
Of course. Don't even go there.
Don't even think it. You need to go away. I have things to do.
Not anymore.
I'm a busy man. Maybe.
Go. Nice.
Oh, what a great shot.
That was a great shot. Probably his best ball all day. All right, so Brett Devlin, 165 and 43, 208.
If Steve gets 8 on this, he can still lose. If he goes 8 out, he would lose. He goes 9 out.
He just, a mark,
Tie.
A mark.
He
is-
needs a
yeah,
mark.
Just needs a mark.
I'm just telling you how he could lose
Oh,
this. The big,
thanks.
like the big 4, we'd be in trouble.
Yeah.
He'd be in trouble. I like the shot.
Money.
There you go.
Great shot. All right,
There you
so
go.
that seals our first win today. And that's going to be Steve Roskelley Jr. over Brett Devlin. Brett's going to finish in 5th place today, but he's going to take home $296. And again, $500 for the 300 pot, $130 for finishing second in the handicap sweeper, plus side pots. I'm sure he's won. So he had a great weekend. Good for him.
I'm calling this.
Okay, good. Oh, you're a monster.
Thank you. This puppy is over.
I thought he was going to leave at 7.
Tell you what, it's got to look right now.
Strikes out for 214. Will shoot 230 with handicap.
I don't know if Leanne, Jason's wife, is watching and with the kids. Hello, Leanne. She picked up a banana for me at South Point at the buffet because we have a thing about the bananas at South Point. They're, well,
What are they, like mutant?
they're
or what?
huge.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, we'll get to that one and come back.
I don't want to
Because
talk
now
about
I'm intrigued.
I don't know. It's not that good.
All right, first match is over, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Roskelley Jr. of Parker overtakes Brett Devlin of Strasburg. So Brett's going to go home in 5th place again. $296, and now Steve Roskelley is going to take on our 3rd seed, Jason Poole. And you'll see that match when we come back. Again, you're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour here at AMF Bellevue Lanes in Inglewood. And get back. Get back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Source and Nolan Carruthers here at AMF Bellevue Lanes in Inglewood, Colorado for match number 2 between two guys that have probably bowled head-to-head against each other hundreds of times. So the trash talking is hot and heavy, and it's hysterical. Our winner first match, Steve Roskelley Jr., is going to go up against Jason Poole, our third-seeded player, who won the roll-off over Brett Develin, and he's getting 3 pins. So that seems to be the contention of the trash talk that's going on right now. Jason has elected to have Steve lead the match, so guys, go ahead and shake hands, and best of luck. Look at this. This is it's going to be ugly.
I might have to reel Jason back in.
Yeah.
It's hard to do on
especially
the air.
especially when his wife's watching with the daughter Zayla, and what is his son's name? I can't remember.
Now, if you
We'll
would've told-
find it.
If you would have told me the son's name and asked me Zayla's name,
Yeah.
I'd have been
Great
yeah.
start. All right.
Hello, hello. I'm back.
I'm back.
Cage, isn't it? Is it Cage?
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think it's Cage.
That sounds right.
It's where Jason belongs, in a
Yes.
cage.
Oh, here we go.
It was high. This is going to get out of control.
You think?
Oh.
All right, Mr. Brungard, back from City Tournament. How did we do? Okay. So he said horrible in singles and doubles, but his team did pretty good. Today was the last day of City Tournament for the Greater Denver USBC. And they were at Holiday Lanes, which is where we're going to be next weekend. Heard some big numbers coming out for City. Heard some horror stories, of course. You get everything.
Right.
You got people at bowl grade. Yeah, they get disappointed, but
That's bowling.
yep, that is. That's bowling. All right, Jason going to convert the 6-10, and not a problem. All right, so strike spare for Jason Poole. Steve can take an early 7-pin advantage here with a double.
Steve's been locked. It's a good shot.
And good result. In the beginning of the first match, he had difficulty carrying, but
He finished strong.
he
though.
finished really strong. So, Matt, all I want to tell you is the first 2 squads today, we probably had more bowlers than you did on your squad at City.
Today was packed though, because they had a breakdown yesterday,
Oh, really? So they had to bring people back today?
and they're still doing some adult teams still.
Oh, my God.
And it's because of that breakdown.
Yeah.
Boom.
I didn't think he would get to 10 on that one, but
He's thrown
okay, he's
eight,
got the front 3.
8 out of the last 10.
Has he? Yeah, you're right. All right. Where is Mr. Brain Damage? Here he comes. he's
Yeah.
Steve's going anytime.
This is my pick to click.
I don't like your chances at this point.
He's still in this.
Oh, man. This is one of the reasons why I still like the league bowl. Because of these idiots.
It's too high. No,
Oh, that was money.
all right.
Here we go. Here we go.
Jason's down 17.
Got it to 7.
Cut it to 7 with the strike
Yep.
here.
This match will actually go fast. The only lulls in between is all the garbage going back and forth
Well,
before
I
they
don't
get
know
on the approach.
how fast this is going to
Really.
go.
It could
There's
be
a
a
lot.
while.
This is
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, God, no.
Would be a bad idea.
Scott Sligister says, we ought to mic these guys. I'm going, oh, no, you're not. That looks pretty good. There we go. Oh, boy. See, this is why there's rehab clinics all across the country. Oh, Lord. All right, going for the front four, Mr. Roskelly.
market.
Nope.
10 pin?
Yep, 10 pin. Went just a little bit long.
Ross Kelly's up 16 pins.
Hold. Yep. Okay. 3-bagger or 10 pin spare. So Mr. Poole's double. He's currently Stevens up 6. Get back on the strike train here. Give him 99 in the 4th. Strike in the 5th. And looks good. He didn't like it. Actually, I loved it.
7-pin.
I thought he was going to mix the 7 out, but that was not the case. So 98 in the 4th, possible spare in the 5th.
Jason can throw a double and go up 5.
Technically, right now, both bowlers strike out. Steven shoots 268, Jason shoots 280. But you know that's not going to happen. At least not both of them.
Yeah. You wouldn't think.
Yeah, you wouldn't think. Although they both have the capability. All right, so Steven spares. 3-bagger, 10-pin spare, 7-pin spare. Jason strike spare double. Throws another one here. He's up 5. So did you get your extra hour of sleep for
Oh, yeah.
getting out of
That
daylight
thing,
savings time? Great shot. There we go.
he needs the next one to go up 5. He's definitely up.
Yeah.
He's yeah, daylight savings time doesn't bother me either way. But to me, you so what? The clock changes. You go to
Yeah.
bed earlier. You get what's all the roo-hop?
I don't, they're telling about all these studies where, adults who don't get enough sleep, that extra hour reduces heart attacks and all this stuff. And I'm like, really? Come on. Really?
Yeah.
If your body's in
They
that bad of
study
shape where
every-
an hour is going to make a difference, that's nuts.
They study everything.
All right, right now we're waiting for a ball. Here we go. Okay. While we're in this little timeout here, folks, we want to let you know the next national event in Las Vegas is Super Bowl weekend, February 1st to the 3rd at the beautiful Bowling Plaza at South Point Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. Here's the beauty of it for those of you who are ABT members and are planning on making a trip to Vegas. Starts Thursday, it's over on Saturday. 3 days. Boom, boom, boom. 10,000 for first. Got great packages. You can get a couple nights in the hotel. Unlimited bowling for $279 for 2 nights and $495 for 3, and that pays for all your mega and unlimited sweepers. Great, South Point has come through with great package offers for this event. So, and then you get to stick around hopefully on Sunday and watch Super Bowl. Pick your favorite team. So those packages are still available as of right now.
Oh,
Jason goes high through the face. And now
He's up 3.
he's got to respot the, what was it? 6-7? Yep. So now we have another issue. Now we have a score correction, too. Hey, Jason, since it was on second ball, I never marked your 8 count either. Because that's what it was. When he did the ball return, he triggered it in the second ball.
Redo the whole shot.
No. Nice try, though. Redo the whole shot, he says. Really? He's begging.
He's giving me a headache.
Yeah, he's begging
My
already.
pick to
It's only the
click is,
6th frame.
he's giving me a headache.
And now you know why I
Leanne-
didn't pick him.
Leanne deserves a.
Better.
She deserves a medal.
Oh, yeah,
and a
please.
medal and a medal,
Yeah.
and I don't know what else. Oh, you said this game was going to go fast. You gave it the kiss of death.
Yeah, I did. You're absolutely
We've had
right.
a ball stuck.
Yep. And now we've had, we have to get pins respotted.
Score correction.
Need a strike and then 8 count. Won't let you give you another strike in the next frame? All right, so I have really put the kiss of death on this game.
This
Really have.
will be over about midnight.
You're at 3-bagger, 8 count, correct? All right. Whatever. Yeah.
Who's it sponsored by?
It's going to be sponsored by
Roadkill?
something that has to do with like death row. Yeah. Please don't go there. Now we're trying to see how long it's going to
This-
take him to do the 6-7.
Yeah,
You iced me, shut up.
this is completely became a disaster.
Yes.
A total disaster.
What in God's name is going on now?
So while we're just sitting here doing nothing, let's say hi to Zayla and Cage.
Yes.
Hello, Zayla. Hello, Cage. You're not on TV right now, Jason. There's nothing interesting down there.
No, we.
So there he
There
goes.
we go. Got somebody.
The ham of hams right there, Jason Poole. The ham of hams.
You're the Hormel. Yeah, I know.
Oh, look at that pin moving
Huh?
all by itself.
There we go. Now we just need the scores to be corrected. so
Magically, that pin just danced over there to the
magically
6th
delete-
spot.
That's not correct.
That's not going to work.
No. All right. This is scary. This could take forever.
Now it'll work.
Now it's working.
No, it's still wrong. We still need another strike and then an 8 count.
Well, the strike's in red, right?
Yep,
It's there.
no, because
No?
he took it out. We're still not right.
There's supposed to be a strike in the 5th frame,
You need
too.
a strike in the 5th frame, 8 count in the 6th.
That's right. I got it right here.
It scares me.
Let's just go off my sheet. Ball.
We'll go back
Let's
to manual
go.
scoring.
Hey, I've been doing manual scoring. That's what the viewers see.
Yeah.
There's no easy way to pull the score from the official scoring system, so we
Yeah.
have to do parallel
Yeah.
scoring.
At least for now. Until they come up with some easier. method
Even
of
South
doing it.
Point can't give me.
Yeah, I know, and that did surprise me a little bit. It really did.
I was kind of astonished, and then when I ask them what the big boys do, they say they run parallel.
Yeah.
They have people
Okay,
dedicated.
believe it or not, we are back.
Here we go.
That break was so long, even I grabbed a mic.
And not only that, we've completely lost track of what is going on.
What happened?
Well,
98.
Time
90.
change will do
It
it
looks
to you.
like there's
Especially with
tie
the-
scratch, but he's got to make this split, which he doesn't.
the Clown Prince of Bowling was keeping us amused while the
So Jason Poole, 126 in the 6th with an open. And Steven can take a little bit of an advantage with a mark here in frame number 6.
Steve had one open, first frame of his first game.
Yep.
Hasn't opened since.
Nope. And pretty much hasn't missed a pocket.
No, he has not. Goes up 9 with the strike here.
Nice.
There you go.
Very good. And I want to call your attention as gentleman off camera. If you look to your right and you see this gentleman sitting there,
Yes, sir.
his name is Patrick Daly.
Mm-hmm.
He watches us every week in Tucson, Arizona.
Oh, really?
Came up this weekend. He was on vacation. And he bowled 2 squads this morning.
Really?
Do you believe it?
Holy
And
cow.
I said, well, that's great, Patrick. He says, but I work weekends. He says, but I just had to do it. So he came up from Tucson
Holy cow.
to bowl us, and I told him about the 4 events we have in Vegas and everything. And so we'll keep him informed, but unfortunately, he says like he works like me and you put together, which means he's got no time at all. Of course, Sledgester, he's retired. So
That's
I
what
have
my
to work.
wife says, too.
Steve Ross Kelly's now up 19.
Actually, he's been in the chat room a few times and told us he was going to come up.
Really?
Yeah.
Very good. Okay.
And his Patrick
Patrick Daly.
Daly.
No relation to Joe in the Bay. I asked him that. Ooh, I like that ball. Oh, that was a great shot.
He could have used it.
Yeah, you sure could have.
This could get away from him very fast.
Yes. So the trash talking has kind of subsided now.
I think the break kind of threw his rhythm
Yeah,
off.
that's true. Thank God, because it was getting crazy. Beautiful.
I can't remember who it was, but somebody in Vegas when I was out there pitched me the idea of doing a late night series where we'd start the show at like 11 o'clock at night and we mic up the bowlers and we let the trash talk ensue.
Oh, my goodness.
And I got to be honest,
I
that
don't
kind
know.
of sounds like fun.
I don't know if we could get on very many cable stations.
You better have a 7-second delay button.
Well, it's
Yeah.
just the internet. We don't need it.
Oh,
The
Lord.
hardest part is going to be getting a center to let us stay open until like 2.
Yeah. But
Well, that would be tape delay.
But here's the killer, though. Years ago, that was almost a norm.
Yeah.
The bigger centers were always open 24 hours. Ooh. But the only center that I knew of when I first got into town that at times were open 24 hours was Tri-City Ball.
Celebrity?
With, I don't recall Celebrity being open 24 hours.
It
But I know
was.
Tri-City was because they had Storage Tech had a huge complex up in Broomfield, and they had 3 shifts. So as the guys got off of work, they were bowling at midnight, they were bowling at 8:30 in the morning, they were bowling at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and proprietor John Canellis at the time back then, yeah, he was open day and night.
I haven't ruled out the possibility of doing it, but it'd be a lot of fun.
It would just scare the you-know-what out of me. Harry, great ball.
You can pretty much call this puppy.
Yeah, and he's gotten relaxed too. That was probably one of the most relaxed releases he's had so far.
He's up 30.
This is almost good night, Irene.
Yeah, it's just, it's pretty much done.
3-bagger, 2 spares, and a 3-bagger. Jason did respond earlier with a 3-bagger, but that 6-7 split and the time delay just kind of took the wind out of his sails. Whoa. Look at this.
Well, they
And
went
a
from
6-7.
not bad to worse to better to.
Oh, Lord. So,
It's not over now.
No, Steven with a break
Yeah.
gets the pool split, the 6-7. So he'd basically be 2-0 in the 9th with an open. And yeah, Jason could
They
punch
changed
out
it.
and make it a close match. And doesn't get either. Okay, 202 open in the 9th. If Jason Poole strikes out, he goes 225, and he gets 3 pins. So 228
He can't shut
Steven
him
would have
out.
to go double 8 or double 9 to win.
He can't shut him out.
Yep.
He has to have this one.
Yep. Just made it a little bit more interesting. And again, fourth place today, $346. First ball, ninth frame. Oh,
Wow.
now he's in trouble.
Now he's in trouble.
Nope, in fact, it's pretty much done. I'm calling it.
You can. You can call it.
I should have taken roadkill.
Boy, if he would have struck there
Oh, yeah.
and got this next one, it would have been interesting.
Sure. So Jason Poole's going to go home in fourth place, $346. Disappointed because he had a good look, but so did Steven. And the other two gentlemen come out with the ladder as well.
He can punch out and force Steve to mark.
Well, same thing as
So-
what happened in the first match.
Mm-hmm.
So
In fact, double count, he'll force Steve to mark.
there you go.
I don't know if he knows it.
I was just going to say that.
I
Took
don't
the
think
words
he-
right out of my mouth.
I don't think he knows it.
Does he realize where he's at in the match here? He can go 213 with a 3-pin advantage, 216.
Yeah.
He would force.
Mm-hmm.
He would force him to mark.
If he doesn't strike here, it's
Right.
done.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Boom.
Oh my gosh.
Left the 5-7.
Well, you know what?
Kicked the 10 out at the end. Oh my goodness.
It's over.
Now it's over.
He had the 5-7-10 there big time.
Oh my goodness. Don't see that every day. Look at this. Oh, I almost made it. All right. So disappointing. Jason Poole's going to shoot 202 and 19 for 221. Take home fourth place money, again, $346. And Mr. Ross Kelly is going to move on and take on our second seeded player, Mark Fritzell, out of Broomfield. And Mark gets 35, so Steve's going to be spotting him 16. Nice shot. Yep, stay sharp. Got
Yes.
2 more matches to go yet.
I don't think he's moved and bored.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Steve's tough.
Yep.
I think his knee's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I
At
don't think
times.
it'll ever be right. You know?
I'm with you on that one.
He's definitely putting this one to bed.
Yeah. All right. Again, if he throws this one, he's got 232 and 16 for 248. Which, leaves a 4-pin. So 231 and 16, 247 over Jason Poole's 221. So 2 of our matches are over, folks. Our semifinal match coming up. Steve Roskelley Jr. of Parker coming up against Mark Fritzell of Broomfield. When we come back, you'll see that match. And again, you're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour here at AMF Bellevue Lanes in Inglewood, Colorado. Come on back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Sorsa, Nolan Carruthers. We're here at AMF Bellevue Lanes, Inglewood, for our semifinal match. And this is going to feature Steve Roskelley Jr. of Parker, who's won 2 matches, going up against our second seed and fairly new member of our club, Mark Fritzell out of Broomfield. Mark selected to have Stephen lead the match. So shake hands, guys, and we're going to begin our semifinal match. Mark Fritzell's a two-hander out of Broomfield, and Glennie, the doctor at G&B's Pro Shop at AMF Sonesta, does a lot for Mark with his equipment and giving him a hand, trying to help him better his game. He's a two-hander right now, but like we talked about before, two-hander is very difficult to throw up and in, and Mark's really been working hard on it, so he's trying. And, almost came across and took out the 6.
Mark
So
is also
Stephen
my-
is going to spot Mark 19 pins.
Mark is also my pick.
Oh, did we have to mention that?
Well,
But
Well,
nobody picked Ross Kelly.
Well, yeah, and Nolan picked Psycho, and he's gone. So
well, that was out of
fear.
just. I'm not afraid of him.
Or he used to ride bulls. Jason's easy.
I picked him just because he was pouting at me. So I was trying to get on the good side.
Well, why would you want to get on the good side of it?
I don't want him pouting forever. Besides that, he buys me a beer once in a while.
Yeah, that's true.
When he's not pouting.
But the scary part is one night he'll still be on your doorstep, and then I don't even want to think of that scenario.
Yeah, well, he has to go up some stairs to get there.
Okay.
He can't climb.
Can't do it.
He can't climb. He's a flatlander.
Oh, okay. All right, there's our first look at Mark Fritzell. Kind of shuffles it, but again, he's been able to go up and in. But he, believe it or not, he's using a pitch blue, and the ball is just hooking almost uncontrollably for him. And when he moves in, it hooks more. And the only other thing he's got on him pretty much is a spare ball. I almost told him, why don't you take your spare ball and relax and just throw it just like that and see if you get any kind of movement at all, which he didn't do. But so he chops the 3 off to 6, so he's 9 out in the first frame. Just the thing that he didn't want to do to start. He didn't want to give some of that handicap back to Steven.
Well, he did 11 right there.
Yep, he sure did. Not a good start. The nice thing about it, though, is Mark's guaranteed $542 no matter what.
As is Steve Ross Kelly.
Yes.
Well, did you guys know that we've gone international? We've got folks in Belgium now watching. And thank you for tuning in.
Okay, the first thing I want to know, what time is it in Belgium right now?
I'm pretty sure that they are +1 or +2.
That's
which
all?
means, yeah, just one ahead. So they'd be 8 hours ahead of us, 9 hours ahead of us.
Okay.
So
So you're basically
it's
guessing.
about 4 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning.
Well, good morning.
I'm legally dead at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, that's
But
about-
good morning.
How's the waffles?
Yeah.
the chat room was talking about that. He said he prefers pancakes.
See? Great shot for Steven.
Cut
So
the
we
lead to 8.
Yep.
Go up 2.
But
with
that's
the
cool.
strike here.
That's awesome. I know the one time we were talking, I think we were at Western Bowl. You were telling me we had people watching us from Italy.
Yeah, we did.
We
and
had
we had-
Australia.
Oh, we got Australia every week.
We do.
There's everything we do. It doesn't matter what sport it is. There's somebody in Australia watching us everything we do.
And I don't mean to be mean, but does that mean there's absolutely nothing to do in Australia at this time of year, that they're watching everything, or?
I mean,
The guys I know in Australia are lamenting that their ski season just shut down.
Well, that's true.
And-
Ours is just starting up, but
Steve Ross Kelly has put the pressure
just
Mark
exactly
Fritzell
what he wanted
real
to do.
quick.
Yep, he sure did. And I know we had a huge following out of Mexico, of course, and we get a pretty good following from the Mexican national team that comes out and bowls with us at the stadium. Oh, he gets a break there, crosses over for a double.
well, we have
So
our
he's still up
surfers.
8.
We have our surfers in Miami.
Cool. Well, no, are they surfers in Miami?
No.
What were we saying the last time? We were asking them about that.
We called them manatee riders. You were thinking of like rodeo manatee
Oh,
or
my
something.
good.
So I was down talking to Patrick Daly.
Yes.
When I talked to him about him bowling here, and he wants to come back and
Yeah.
do 3 or 4 times a year.
Sure.
Said he really enjoyed it.
Good.
I said you should come back for the regional.
I told him about both of them. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Open 3-bagger.
He's getting some breaks,
Yeah,
which
he
is
sure
fine.
is. Yep. And even though he's kind of laughing to himself, take every one of
Oh,
those.
man.
Take him to the bank.
Steve needs this one to stay up 8.
So, yeah.
Patrick going to be coming
Patrick's
back?
still here. Well, it's difficult. I'm sure he'll be back. It's just a question of when, with his work schedule, of course. But yeah, it'd be cool to see him come up for the regional.
I
in
like
May.
this. It's a great
Great
shot.
shot. Spare 3-bagger, open 3-bagger.
This has been strike for strike so far.
Yeah. And meanwhile, which we consider our only left-hander to participate this weekend, Gideon Spar.
Who already
Up-
told me it's over. Cut the check.
Okay, I like that
He
confidence.
told me. He said,
I
doesn't
like that
matter.
confidence.
Doesn't matter who he's bowling. It's over.
That's cool. Boom. Yeah. I liked it. Now we got spare 4-bagger. Here
He's
we go.
up 2.
Mark's hanging in there. Now I give him Mark credit. Come on, buddy. Make him face the music. Gideon, I think after this weekend, Gideon Spar, our tournament leader, I think, doesn't he go to Oklahoma for a tournament?
Yes, he's going there for something.
Yeah.
Now, does Gideon have an advantage here, being the only lefty?
We were talking about that earlier. It's one or the other.
It's either an advantage or it's
Yes. If he's
Yeah.
got a look, it ain't going to change.
Because the lane hasn't broke down at
Correct.
all for
Yep.
him.
But if it gets a little push or it gets a little squirrely, he doesn't have enough time to rectify it. So it's basically all or nothing. But so far, he shot 165 over for 3. So he averaged over 250 with handicap. So probably 230 scratch. That's a good day at the office on this
Sure.
batter.
Mark needs this 10-pin.
Yep.
I believe he really needs it.
And ooh, that'll work. Okay.
Just a kiss.
Meanwhile, his wife back's here. She's wearing a hole in the carpet, going back and forth, watching them bowl. Definitely, look at that expression. Uh,
Oh, I was corrected. It's 2:26 in the morning.
2:26 in the morning, 7-hour difference.
You were close.
He was.
You probably
He
had
was
it
in the
right.
neighborhood. He
You
was in the
probably had it
neighborhood.
right on if we wouldn't have turned our clocks back. That would have been 8 hours.
Set. Nice. That's the best ball he's thrown so far. Good job. He's hanging in there with Steven, which is awesome.
Steve throws the next 2. He's up 13.
Well, the only reason I know this is because you remember how last November my wife went to Germany
Yes.
to do some work for the DOD? She was just outside of Belgium.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So I remember the time diff.
Oh, he liked it. Here we go.
This is reminding me of a certain game at Coal Creek.
Would that be the infamous
Dual 300s?
Adam Miller,
Adam Mitchell
Isaac Hernandez.
or Adam Miller, Isaac Hernandez? Yeah, that was pretty cool. Of course, Isaac didn't like it, but
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Neither did Michelle. She was over there having a heart
He
attack.
was in
Yeah.
a tough spot.
Yeah, but he could have
He could have.
ended it in the first match. I think he had an 8 count instead of 9, which forced a tie. Anyway, back to business. Mr. Ross Kelly absolutely locked in. He's got spare 7-bagger,
Up 13.
and he's only up 13 pins. That's the impressive part.
Cut it to 3 with a strike here.
Yep. I'm impressed with Mark. Good for him.
Shout out to Scotty Myers. He's out there.
Yeah, he's out there.
He's
all right.
out there. He's still out there. Been
Will he ever come
going
back?
through a couple issues.
He always has issues. Come on.
Scotty Myers, you are an issue. That was a
There
great
you go.
shot.
Great shot. I'm liking it. I really am. I'm impressed with Mark.
Keeps
Fritzell.
it at 13. Cut it to
Yes.
3 with this one.
That's pretty neat. Good for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
What has happened to Mr. Myers?
Oh, he's had a surgery, and
Oh.
lobotomy on
Oh,
him.
yeah. They were doing a special in bowlers, lobotomies. Yeah. So he jumped right in on that. He's probably the first in line.
And then I think he had a tooth fall out or something. Then an eye locked shut on him.
Oh, Lord.
He's back to working out. I think he's up to 30 pounds now. 40.
Lord, look out.
Ouch.
Ah, that was the
That
killer.
hurts.
Looks like he let up on his speed a little bit. The ball just walked right through the face. 4, 6, 7.
So
That-
we schedule Nolan versus Scott Myers for the Trash Talk tournament.
This really hurt him right there. Oh, I can't out-talk Scotty Myers.
Scotty's and he's his own. That's a breed that is rare, let's say. But we both enjoy his company very much.
He always seems so soft and or not soft,
Oh,
but
no.
gentle and polite that I can't imagine him trash talking.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Soft spoken is what I meant to say, not gentle. But
yeah, for the most part. But you wind him up, you can let him go across the room. He'll be fine.
I'm the soft-spoken one, I believe. I told Michelle I'm mellow. She said, "You're not mellow." I said, "Yeah, of course I am." Boom.
and what are we using as a comparison?
I'm trying my best to figure one of those out. I don't have a response.
Boy, he's got a huge lead now. It's in the 30s.
Yep. And shoot 259 scratch.
Up 37 with this spare here.
$189 in the 7th, spare in the 8th. So he can shoot, 269.
27, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame. It's unfortunate because Mark was staying with him strike for strike.
Till that
making
4,
it close.
6, 7.
Yeah. Let up on the ball speed a little bit. 4, 6, 7. Pretty much ends the match. Ooh, we couldn't kick out the 4-pin. Now he's basically just in execution mode
Yeah,
now.
just fill frames.
Yep, just fill frames. He's fine. You know, Mark can still shoot 223.
If Steve doesn't open, it's over.
Makes that no problem. All right.
He's a good
So,
player.
No possible 228 in the 9th, and he can punch for 258.
You're not going to rattle Steve.
No,
There's no way.
no.
I got him laughing during the break because he was happy that nobody picked him.
Well, as bad as we are at picking people sometimes, he figures that just makes him the odds-on favorite. The odds-on favorite, no doubt about it.
We need to come up with a way in starting in January to track our the clicks and
God.
You have
Don't
fun.
let Nolan do it because
I'm not tracking anything.
he's way out
That's
of control.
trouble. He
Come
got
on, all right. There we go. Come on. He's using every break he can to his advantage, but again, unfortunately, that 4, 6, 7, he could have had a 4-bagger, Nolan going into the 10th. With Steven throwing back-to-back spares, that makes that match.
Oh, he's in the lead.
Yeah.
If he does that. But he went right through the face, and it
Yeah.
rewarded him
30
with
pin
a
difference right there.
4, 6, 7.
Yep. Yeah, because he could have shot 240 scratch. With 35, he could have shot 281 if he didn't have that split in the 8th. That was a great shot. All right, first ball in the 10th, doubles. He's going to force Steve to show up. I love it. Because anything can happen, as you know. We've seen a bowler pop a tendon in his wrist and throw it right in a ditch. We've seen guys get 5 counts on fill balls to lose. I mean, anything can happen. It's bowling.
He has to strike here to force Steve Ross Kelly to mark.
Okay. Make it happen. Look at this. And he gets the break. Here we go. He's going to end up with 220 scratch with 2 opens, Nolan.
He struck on this pair, on this lane.
He throws
every
this
shot.
one. He gets 9 strikes this game.
Every frame on the left lane he struck except the 1, 4, 6, 7.
Wow, that's a shame. Really is. And it was all because of ball speed.
It was slow.
Yeah.
But he's forced to, with pin count, he's forced Ross Kelly to mark.
Yep.
That's all you can ask.
That's all you can do. Yep. That's all you can do. Going to finish it up. There he goes. Tell you what, folks, that was impressive. Mark Fritzell throws 9 strikes for 223. Unfortunately, 2 opens. One was just a killer, 4, 6, 7 in the 8th frame. But by throwing the last 4 strikes, folks, he has forced Steve Ross Kelly Jr. to mark in the 10th. Other than that, with his handicap advantage, he's going to advance into the championship match.
For the win,
He didn't like it.
he left the 310.
And look at this.
Oh, boy.
This is interesting now. So if he gets one,
He loses by 7.
35, 51. Yep, you're absolutely right. He must make this. And like we said before, anything can happen. But we're assuming that he's not going to make it either, but we'll see.
It's not a gimme.
Nope.
Great,
What a great shot. And under tons of pressure.
That was a great shot.
246.
I guarantee you he knew what he needed.
Oh, I'm sure. Like I said, he's been around
Yeah.
way too long. He knew
Just
exactly where he
think
was
if he
in that
only
match.
gets 6, we can do this all over again.
Don't. Will you do?
He
do
has-
We, do we have to hurt him?
That's not happening. He moved his line in, Nick. He's going down 10 now.
Okay.
Right down 10.
Yep. There it is, folks. What a great match.
One by 4.
262, 258. Steve Ross Kelly goes into the championship match.
Boy.
Can't say enough about Mark Fritzell, folks. What a impressive performance. You know, you shoot 250 something with handicap and lose. It might happen once every 10 times. But he's going to go home in 3rd place, but he takes home $542. So your championship match today, Steve Ross Kelly Jr. taking on Gideon Spar of Lakewood, Colorado. And you'll see that match in just a moment. We're going to step back and do for editing purposes, and Nolan and I will take a quick break here. And when we come back, you'll see that match. You're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour here at AMF Bellevue Lanes in Inglewood, and we'll be back in just a few moments. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick LaSource and Nolan Carruthers here at AMF Bellevue Lanes in Inglewood for our championship match today. One of these two gentlemen is going to win $1,867. It's our 5th seeded player who's won 3 matches and come up the ladder to take on our tournament leader, Steve Ross Kelly versus Gideon Spar. Gideon out of Lakewood, Colorado is elected to lead the match. So shake hands and best of luck. And Gideon's going to have an 8-pin advantage over Steven. And Gideon is my pick to click, pretty much because he was the only left-hander to show up all weekend. And like I said, if he's got a look, he's going to be real tough to beat. But Steven has adjusted as the matches have gone on, and like you noted,
Yeah.
went from playing about 5, he's now playing
Right.
10. So and he's getting the ball to hold. Good start. All right, here we go. Here we go. This could be a slugfest
Steve shot 700
for those 3
for,
games.
for those 3.
Wow.
Now, Steve's wearing a South Point Plaza champion shirt. That was for doubles.
Yes, him and
A title
Biener.
that now Gideon holds.
Yes, because
That-
Gideon won with Derek Schisler.
That he took from Gabe Lucetta and myself.
Steve took it from you.
Gideon did.
Gideon took it from you. Okay.
Gabe and I won it.
That's
Yeah,
right.
we-
That's
3
right.
years in
Yeah,
a row we've won
correct.
doubles.
Yeah, Denver's won it 3 years in a row. Or 3 tournaments in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets confusing with the years. It's many tournaments. But
Yeah. Yeah, and Steve's got bragging rights over Serene Walters out of Utah. So, way to go, Steven. Attaboy.
slow things down a little more.
Why not?
So the chat room has developed into a grudge match. There's guys who want to fly out to Denver and face off against each other. and enter the event, and then but to face off against each other.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Well, they
So-
can't.
I know we can't manipulate it exactly that way, but guys, come
Well,
on
they
out.
would they would be facing each other in qualifying theoretically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be fun, though, if both guys came out and actually did qualify and the
Went
scenario
1-2.
went that they wind up having
Yeah.
that would be, the odds would be incredible. But, of course,
Well,
it's
it could sure-
conceivable.
it
The
could
one's
sure
in New
happen.
York. I'm not sure where the other one is, but come on out, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Irish Pogey?
Yeah, he's he's being challenged.
Sit. There we
He
go.
might
4,
want to
6,
go
7.
back where he was. I don't know.
Well, the only problem with moving in like that, your margin
Your
for
error,
error is almost nothing.
Half what it was.
Yeah.
And I know I was starting to run on him, but
Yeah.
I don't know, a little more speed or a little, I don't know.
And no. All right. So 25 in the second one and open. Not a good way to start.
No, it's not.
And let's see.
Not
Matt-
when you're going up against Gideon, who's
Matt
been
ran
hot.
down to get this. Fortunately, that pin is far enough in front that we don't have to worry about issues with pin count.
Gideon
And
doesn't
Gideon's
even
not
see
even
it.
looking at it, so I'm not going to worry about it either. Although when Steven gets over there, we're going to have to rectify that situation. Okay, frame number 2. And just like frame number 1, except he can't get the 7 to carry. Gideon being a big boy is very smooth and relaxed. Gets down really well at the line. And him and one of my directors, Philip David, they're going to Oklahoma. Going to bowl in a tournament out in Oklahoma City. They're doubles partners. So I thought, they leave in the night or leave tomorrow?
I
can't
don't know
remember.
anything about it.
Yeah.
I,
All right. Ooh, wow. So he's open. So now we got 28-26.
he's up 3.
Wow. Didn't expect that.
Was up, started with an 8-point lead.
Yep. Nice shot. All right. Strike, open, strike. We're going to have to get that rectified.
Somebody can either roll a ball down
Yeah.
the gutter.
Matt, go ahead and put it in second ball and have one of the guys throw their spare ball down the ditch. Now we'll get this taken care of the good old-fashioned way
There
we
you
do it
go.
ourselves. Oh, look at that form, folks. Huh? Yeah. I've done that. I'm not going to. All right.
I tried it and missed.
Yeah, exactly.
I got an 8 count.
All right. So, well, now we got pins. Now we just need a ball. All right. Here we go.
All right, back to bowling. We got a 3-pin match here.
Yeah.
Championship match. It's got to be getting close to midnight.
Somewhere.
Now he went back
Ooh,
out.
Yes, he did.
Nice,
shot. That was sweet.
I thought that was going to drop into the gutter.
No, no. No, not with that rivet.
I like how fast he got away from 10. He looked at it for 3 frames, left that split, and
he
said,
knew it
that's
wasn't-
enough.
Yeah,
I'm out of here.
Yeah, he can't do it. He's going to take his chances out where he's been successful all day. Hold. Oh, 4-6. Ow. Perfect on the right and ugly on the left.
And a lot of people have been bowling on this side.
Yep.
Gideon's over there alone.
Yep.
and has been all weekend.
Yeah, really. All right, so unfortunately, another split. Steven's got 53 in the fourth. And Gideon can really
Yeah.
take charge right now. He's in a great spot. No, he kind
Boy.
of circled that ball and leaves the 6-10. You see his hand come around the ball, didn't stay under it.
A 7-pin fell late. I thought he was going to leave it.
Sure.
And it wasn't that bad a shot. It
No.
was, it was high, definitely high.
Yeah.
Boy, in just a matter of a few frames, the strikes have vanished.
Yep. All right. No problem with the spare. So Gideon's got 48 in the third, spare in the fourth.
It's up 15.
Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness.
Man.
That was inside all the way and goes heavy through the face and carries. All right, Steven down 23. Needs a rock and roll there.
He's down 15, Nick.
A little bit more speed.
It's running
The
on
ball,
him
yeah, the
hard.
ball just wants to go.
Ball
and he threw
down.
that ball a lot
Yeah.
harder. And it's still lucky just to only
That
leave a
line
six
is
pin.
gone. Tells you
Yeah,
why you
like you
tried
said.
10, you know.
Yeah, sure, absolutely, no doubt about it.
Maybe 7. I don't know. It's
A lot of bowling today, though.
Yeah.
That's all we can say. And there's not a lot of mills in this pattern. And of course, it's only 36 that starts. On top of that,
it was 36 to start.
yep, 36. Well, 36 feet, but
Yeah.
I think 25 mills. And a lot of bowling on it today. We were very, very busy today, which is a great thing to see.
You're going to get busier now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Bronco Sunday's kind of slipping away.
Yeah. And,
It is.
and city tournaments over.
yeah,
the
city's
Masters events
over.
are over.
League fees are all paid.
Yep. Sit.
That was
That was a good shot. Good shot. But unfortunately, the fishing expedition has to
Yep.
quickly stop, and he's got to get lined up very quickly
I think
here.
that was
was a good shot.
I've got a glare there. Was that like down up 7?
I didn't really notice, to be honest with you. I liked the way the ball set up, though. And, all right, no problem. All
His
right.
spare game is so good.
It is. 72 in the fifth with a spare. And Gideon can add to his lead. He's on a strike.
Go up 25 with this one.
Wow. High but effective. So then he's got a double. It's up 26 scratch and 80's up 34. Woo. Could go to 44 with another one. This could get out of hand real quick. He can shoot 246 scratch with an open. Take that all day. All right. Frame number 7. No doubt. And he's got the lead, Nolan, and his arm swing has got even more relaxed. That ball is just floating right off his hand, right down the lane. And again, he's lined up. Nobody else has been out there all day. Stevens battling the track.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised the Gallegos boys didn't show up.
Let's hear Bone City.
He's playing 7.
There you go. Great shot. But barring some unforeseen disasters here, Gideon Spar is pretty much in control of this match. The best Steven can do is a 212 scratch to Gideon's 248.
He's up 36.
Yeah.
Get it to 26
Yeah.
here.
Come on. Get a break. That 7-pin, I'll tell you what, that left lane 7-pin, it's got to be about an 8-pounder.
Yeah, he's
It just doesn't want to go down.
He's
I think he's left 3 of them on that lane.
he's in trouble.
Well, especially since he's going to face the 10th frame on that lane.
Yeah. Yeah, the best he can do now is 192 scratch. And makes the spare. Okay. I think that 7-pin's going to haunt him now. All right. Got 3 frames to go for Gideon in complete control, working on a 3-bagger.
Just a quick message out here to Irish Pogie. He thinks that he's Roadkill's kryptonite because as soon as he tuned in, Steve went to hell. And
I like that.
I don't think that's the case, Irish.
Irish kryptonite. Look at this.
Nice.
Oh, he almost carried it.
I also want to wish him good luck. He's having cataract surgery this week. So we hope he
Yeah.
can recover quickly. And
That means that when he gets back to bowling, he's going to see things that he hasn't seen in quite a while. He's either going to get even better or he's going to go right in the toilet, one or the other. But the best of luck, Irish Pogie. Hope everything goes well for you.
He missed his last 7-pin.
And he might miss this one.
He missed it again.
Yep. Okay. 165 in the 8th.
155.
55 in the 8th.
It's not over.
No, it's not.
Steve can get it to
Wow.
within 23.
Wow. All of a sudden, again, how many times have we said it? Double, open, 20-some pin swing, and all of a sudden what was once a cakewalk is now, I got to start thinking about this. What do I need?
He's lucky Steve's not on a strike right now.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Frame number 9. Comes up late, almost left a 379, and he was lucky to kick out the 7-pin. He left a 3-9 again. Double wood going cross lane, not the easiest. And I can see Ross Kelly down there. He's ciphering. You see that, Joe Stepniak? If you're watching at home, he's ciphering. The mind is racing. What do I need? What do I got to do? Well, first of all, he's got to make this spare, which he does. All right. So he's got 155 in the 8th, spare in the 9th. Yeah, because he can open and shoot a $180.
Steve can punch out and force him to
To mark. Yeah.
But I mean, it's
Yeah. And he absolutely threw a beautiful ball in this lane last time he was on. So 9th frame, lane 8.
up 7.
And beautiful
Boom.
shot. Just a beautiful shot. Okay. He needs the next 3, though, folks, just to give himself a chance.
The next 2 for sure. Down 23. Get it to 13 here.
Boom. Come on.
It's over.
Wow. Unbelievable. He just had no luck carrying the left lane today.
It's over.
Yep. He's going to shoot 170-something scratch, and he's given Gideon 8 pins. Gideon's got 180 just by showing up, so Gideon Spar is going to be our champion today. Steven's going to finish up. We'll watch Gideon finish up. Steven's second place finish today is good for $984. So, Ross Kelly's, if you're watching, It's dinner time.
I loved his adjustments, though.
Yeah, I did too.
He was looking and looking, and
Always looking.
all he had to do was tweak this left lane, and he
Yep.
would have been there. But it broke.
So disappointed to only shoot 171.
The twig broke down on him, and he
Yeah.
was done.
So he shoots 187. But again, second place finish today, $984. Good effort. And my pick to click, Gideon Spar. All right, just leaves the 2. Match well in hand. Yeah, what we thought was going to be a strike fest turned out to be
Yeah.
a grind. Pretty wild. But again, that's what happens
Yeah, it's not surprising.
when the lanes transition. Not so much for Gideon, but obviously for Steven. All right. So with a strike, he shoots 194. Can shoot 218 to Steven's 187.
Where will I see you next weekend? Holiday Lanes?
Holiday Lanes.
I'm going for 4 cuts in a row, by the way.
I know.
You know, checks are checks, baby.
Yep, you got it. Pay window is pay window. All right. 217 to 187. Gideon Spar is our champion today here at AMF Bellevue Lanes in Inglewood. And
Congratulations,
yep,
Gideon.
when we come back, Nolan's going to step out, and I'll have a talk with Gideon on his way to Oklahoma. And again, Nolan, you're on a roll.
I'm on a roll.
Yep. So go looking for 4 cuts in a row at Holiday
We're
Lanes
going to go
next
have
week.
a Belgium waffle right now.
On another new PBA pattern. So we're going to step aside, and we'll be back to talk to Gideon in just a moment.
Bye-bye, everybody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Lasorsa here with my new ABT champion, AMF Bellevue, Inglewood, Colorado, Gideon Spar. Gideon, great job.
Thank you.
Short pattern. And the amazing thing was we racked our brains, and I know you even thought about it yourself, and I didn't even realize it or notice it. And you said, man, I got a great look. How many other lefties bowled this weekend? And I don't think a one.
No,
So-
I was the only one. So
Which was awesome. You got lined up, and it was yours all weekend.
yeah,
What
I was.
a great job.
I haven't been this confident in a long time coming into this, and there was nobody else who
Could
was
break
on
it
that
down,
side.
yeah.
And I'm like, I threw my spare ball the whole weekend.
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, one of two things are going to happen. You're either going to have no look, or you're going to have a great look. Because if you don't have to open it up, and you don't have anybody to help you, it gets ugly. And you've been there too. You've been on the other end of the stick as well.
Yeah.
So, nice job.
Thank you.
10 overall titles, 8 titles here in
Yep.
Denver, 2 in Vegas. And Nolan and I have been talking about it. I think the last 3 or 4 national tournaments, Denver's won doubles.
Yes, that was
Incredible.
Derek.
Derek
Derek,
Schisler
Schisler
and
and
yourself.
myself.
And then Gabe and Nolan. And then, trying to think of who else. Oh, Steven and
Yeah.
Beener,
Yeah.
Salt Lake. Affectionately, we call her Beener, but awesome. And the last time that those two bowled together, of course, she carried Ross Kelly the last time.
The whole time.
And this time, Steven bowled pretty good, and she let him down a little bit. So now, unfortunately, Steven's got bragging rights. So now it's going back and forth. It's getting ugly, but they're going to pair up again sooner or later.
They will.
Yeah, of course. So you're off to Oklahoma.
I am next
Gonna bowl
weekend.
tournament, Oklahoma City, which is awesome. Starts Wednesday, goes through Sunday, and then you'll be back with us again. And when you come back, we'll be at Littleton, and then Thanksgiving doubles. And all of a sudden, man, the end of the year's flying. But that next event in Vegas coming up, Super Bowl weekend.
Yep, I'll be there for that.
Of
It was
Great
this-
package. I mean, it's almost a no-brainer if you're a league bowler. I mean,
I'll be there.
yeah, you'd be nuts not to. And packages are going fast. Of course, the hotel's sold out, so we got 150 rooms from South Point, and the packages are selling fast. So if you're an ABT member, you want to go to Vegas, get a hold of Director Myron Mitchell, email him.
Get it
Or
now.
give them a call and get in there because it's fun. It's going to be quick. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, tournament's over. We get to have fun on Sunday and rant and rave and root for our favorite teams, and then we'll be back in a couple months in April to do it all over again. So on behalf of Scott Sledgister, our producer, Gideon Spar, our 10-time champion now, I'm Nick Lasorsa. We'll see you next week at Holiday Lanes in Lakewood, and have a great week, folks.
Have a good night, guys.